All right, hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Flex and Joe back to review another day in the markets, and today we'll be talking about a really important day in the market, which was Wednesday, November 13th, and that is the same day that CPI data came out. Now, if you really want to dig deep into CPI, you can refer to Dr. Google. However, for the sake of this video, it is key inflation numbers, and they came in as expected, which of course led to a bullish pop in the market and a bearish drop on the VIX. So everything appeared to be in alignment. Now, let's look at how the market was setting up, and we will start with VIX. So switching up a little bit today, we're gonna start with VIX. We closed here 1473. You can see we gapped up overnight. We were looking bullish. We came back into that 10-minute 200 again, like I spoke about in the prior day's video, and we were sort of rejecting that. We're just sort of chopping, could not seem to base over it, and then we knifed right before the data. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. It gave us a little bit of a clue of which way we're gonna go. And of course, the clues are clear in hindsight, right? But that's why we don't gamble on the news anyways. But you know, it pushes down, and then of course it knifes down, right? So now we are much closer to where we closed, and you can see that we were getting very close to finally filling this gap here. Now you know, this gap is an oldie, right? It goes back like all the way, shoot, it goes all the way back to like August. Okay, so dang, let's just look and see where that was formed from. So there it is. That's the gap we're talking about. Let's go all the way back. Look, you can see we try to enter it here. Here, boom, right here. This is the gap up that I'm talking about, August 19th into August 20th, and it was not filled. So here we are now, finally going to fill it on this day. So here we are. Look at that. It snapped right back to where it was supposed to. My goodness, that was incredible. So what do we get off the open, right? We get it is bearish going into the open, just barely bearish going into the open, right? It pops down, we fill the gap, and now typically what I've seen with gap fills is the very next thing that we do is we push up. And where do we push up? We push up first towards the golden zone of the gap. Now we pushed over, couldn't close over the golden zone, couldn't close over that 50% line. You can see the EMAs are here. We break over this pivot, still reject, right? That's a bearish sign. I know we get a bullish flip, but the price action, if you want to call it that, it's VIX, is still bearish, and you would want to watch for continuation, which you don't get. The next candle, of course, gaps down, little pop up, right back to the opening print. We're maintaining that opening print. The gap is filled from the prior day's close. Everything is hunky-dory, and we're moving further down. Okay. NQ closes here, 211.85 and a quarter. CPI print pushes up. Now, overnight, right? I talked about those demand zones right from the previous day. Overnight, we're respecting that one that got knifed through. Ultimately, it got knifed through based upon and then pushed back out. So we can see that there were buyers still here. Buyers defend, great, right into the close, come back down, barely tap those buyers, pushes up for CPI, and then a problem, right? So pushes up in through here. You can see the sellers are still sitting right here, and they knife it back down. Now, this was just nasty, right? This was all dirty. This was, you know, bearish into the open, right? Pops up, pushes back down. You get a little pop right here. It damn near fills the gap from the prior day's close. Now, when I saw that, I thought, that's like too small of a gap. We're going to come back and fill that today. I just didn't know when, but I knew we would fill it, right? So you can see that we continue to be bearish. Now, they look gross. This is a lot like the prior day. This is like really choppy up here. We're in all-time highs, and we're trying to decide what to do. Really indecisive. So it comes back down, you know, and were there opportunities for you to enter in on the 2-minute chart? Let's go and find out. So, get to the right day. Yes, there were. So you are bearish on the 10-minute. Your CPC is short, and look how the 2-minute EMAs are holding, right? No, this wick sucks here. I know this candle closing up here probably fakes some people out, and you got VWAP right here, and you're trying to decide what to do. Here's what to do. If you don't know what to do, you just sit on your hands. Literally, park your hands under your butt and just don't click any buttons, okay? It's fine, because if you don't have patience, sitting literally on your hands will help you, because unless you want to like click the button with your nose or something like a bird, and that'll be really stupid. So just don't do anything until you wait for your trade setup. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So pushes down here. What is this? What is this? I don't know what this is. This is old. This is probably from the day prior or something. We'll delete that. We don't need that. Okay. Pushes down. Actually, how that worked. But regardless, it pushes down through here. It comes under the CPI print, which typical for CPI. You can backtest and study CPI, which is what you should do. You should be backtesting and studying. If you're not, well, that's a problem. But a problem for another video. Pushes up into the 2-minute EMAs and into VWAP. Nice rejection. Just back up. Nice rejection. Okay. You got some bunch of dojis there. Joe, I don't really like it. Doesn't look right. Sit on your hands. Okay. Now here, here was still pretty good. Now we're in this old demand, right? It kind of worked. and you can see that. And we had pushed down and we tapped this demand here. Now, what was this demand? It has. Come on. See, why did it even do that? Why did it even move me away from where I was? I just had a daze. Okay, so we're looking for these two demands, right? That was what I covered, right? Here they are, here, here. And then I think they come from the 7th, which I'm not going to have enough to scroll back to. Sorry for making you nauseous. But anyways, pushes here, right? The big one is that one right there, which is the prior day's low. Okay, so we hold the previous day's low demand. That's fine. It pushes back up. After such a big flip here into the 2-minute EMAs, you arguably could have gone short here, right? Everything else is pointing towards a short around this time. You could have gone short, and of course you would have gotten, you know, a solid 20-ish points. It pops back up. Maybe you got a little bit more. You could have gotten 30-ish or so, 25 there. Okay, it's fine, but it gets to just be real choppy, and it's just trying to figure out what to do. It's not pushing any lower, right? And now the EMAs are pinching, and it's getting gross again. It sucks. You get this big push up, and then you get this big push down, only for it to rocket right back up. Again, it sucks. So let's just see. I'm going to highlight this. So we have, because we have a 2-minute EMA cross and retest. You actually had a retest here as well. Not exactly where it's supposed to go, but you get the picture. And then again, you had one really here. This is a good one. This was fantastic. This was fantastic. This was not the best, right? You can see it comes down under the 20, but it reclaims, and then it's holding, right? I could see why somebody would have wanted to try it here. The problem is you're right at the orb high, which is, you know, you had a high of day break, you pushed up, came down, now you're chopping. That one's a little bit suspicious, but you get this when you, this was a nice double bottom right here. Solid. I like that a lot. Slightly higher, just slightly, right? But that was really solid. You get a nice pop, and then I love this entry right here. Love this entry. You see how the sellers were here, they tried to shove it down, they ultimately failed, right? Because the same sellers who tried to shove it down here, they were looking to get out break even. See how they did that? See how people who are, what I keep talking about with you guys, right? Look for somebody who's stuck. Look for somebody who's stuck and trying to get out. Somebody who's stuck and trying to get out, they're gonna go the other way, right? Look, stuck, tried to defend, didn't, right? Now they're stuck, break even, launches, right? That's when everybody else is abandoning their position. And that's the start of it right here, is this candle. That's the start of it, okay? Stuck traders. Now, well, you got some stuck traders right here, comes down, holds that 2-minute 20. You see the stuck traders are defending their spot. They want to get out, okay? They're like, hey, I got to defend my P&L. I got to defend my book. I got to get out. Rockets, okay? So I really like this one. Again, because really what I'm trying to weave everything together here, guys, is like you have the 10-minute, you have the 2-minute, you have VIX, you have look at ES, and then where are people stuck, okay? So those are the NQ trades to really look at. So let's, just for the sake of this, I'm going to go to 3 NQ charts really quickly. I got to put on the right drawing set. I apologize. One moment. Okay, there we go. There's the 2. There's the 5. The 10. Okay. So 10-minute CPC actually flipped bullish here, which is wild because this was all that nasty price action, right? Like we didn't want anything to do with this, okay? This was all bad news. Actually flips bullish here, which is crazy. It's choppy, choppy, choppy. You finally get the breakout over VWAP. You come back down. This 10-minute close is so telling. Look how, right? You had the 9 and the 20, and it's curling, right? Now the 9 is defending, even though the 9 is below 20, the 9 is defending bullish support. This next candle was hot garbage. Like, I don't know what the hell this shit was. I mean, and it's been happening too. It's hot garbage. That sucks. That's, you know, but 3-bar reversal pattern here. Back down, you wait, and when you finally see you got bullish support, boom, right? 5-minute, this is a 5-minute 9 tap here. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. 11:56. Man, these lunchtime, what we have to do is just get London to close and get out of the way, and then we got this nice price action after London close. But might as well just start sleeping in. So, not really, I'm just kidding, right? Get up and study. But great. Like all of this looks good, right? You see here, right? This 10-minute inverted hammer here at the top is just garbage, but look, fans here. It made to catch up. It's awesome, okay? All right. Now let's look at ES. ES, you know what? The 10, 5, and 2, let's do it. All right, 10 minutes. We gotta hurry this up, Joe. CPI day. Here's CPI day on the 5, and we flip long here. It does get defended. It's gross, but however, it does get defended. They defend VWAP. 10-minute EMAs. I'm boring myself. 10-minute EMAs. They never cross. And you get the push, right? You get some pushes out of it. So let's look at. Like this double bottom here. Very telling. Get another push higher. Get another push higher. Look where people are stuck, okay? Stuck right here. See that? Sellers have pushed it down. These sellers pushed it further, right? These sellers have pushed it further. Again, they tried here. It's not working. Higher. Comes back here. That's that break even. That break even. Sellers get out. Whew, I can get out break even. And what do? They buy. Right? So now you've reclaimed the orb high. And when you get a 10-minute orb high like that, this is lights out entry. Lights out entry. Go for it, okay? This is great. It was right there. You see that? Boom, boom. And look at that. What's this? 2-minute 50 EMA. Again. Funny how that works. 2-minute 50, 5-minute 20, 10-minute 9 area. All the same. Okay? But sometimes the 2-minute just shows you like in a clearer way. Whereas like, because this is not as maybe lagging. You know, it looks better in real time. You just try it and see it. But yeah, you get the 2-minute reclaim right here. This is great. He pushes up. When it pushes up, what happens? It comes back down. When it's coming back down, you can kind of see that sellers who were here, what are they trying to do, right? So you get a little bit of people getting out. Realistically, I like looking at it in terms of session though, right? So see how the New York session that popped up here, they pushed down, they fail. Now they get squeezed out. Look at that. Now they have an opportunity again to get out break even. These guys, right? Because this is, you know, this is small volume, right? I mean, I know it's a news scandal. Sorry, the dogs are barking. This is a news candle, right? But you have much more volume here in the New York session. It pushes up, then it comes back down, etc. Sorry about the dogs going crazy again. I'm just recording this in one take because I got a life to live. And that was a yes. Right, let's just make sure we had alignment here for all three on the strat. Once you get, you know, again, VIX has filled that gap. VIX is bearish and moving down. So, of course, we have this bullish move. Makes sense, right? And same thing here with the yes, right? Bullish pop up. So all of them were in alignment starting at this time frame. Really, all I'm trying to say here is when you have all of them in alignment, you should stop looking for short continuation. You should look to see if the bulls are really going to hold it. Yeah, you can have short continuation. And if you took any shorts in here, obviously you can see on the 10-minute. On NQ, they paid. But on ES, they didn't. Like, ES was looking stronger. That's why even if you trade NQ, you got to watch what ES is doing, and you should watch what VIX is doing. If you put all three of them together, you have a more successful, like, triad, you know? I don't want to call it, like, I don't want to be blasphemous. I was almost going to call it the Holy Trinity. It ain't the Holy Trinity, but it's like the Market Trinity. Let's do that. It's not holy. It's the unholy Market Trinity, okay? That's what we're going to call it. So we're looking at the unholy Market Trinity here. And, you know, when they're in alignment, you're going to have much better success. So 15 minutes is better than yesterday's 21 or so on that video. So appreciate y'all for watching. Gently click that like button, and I will see you guys in the next video.